I hope you had a Merry Christmas, my children. Take a nice deep breath in. Oof. So let's get down to business. You know, have you ever seen The Matrix? Okay, yes, I'm bringing up The Matrix once again. I like to bring up The Matrix. But The Matrix, I believe, you can learn a lot from watching this particular movie. Shout out to my Indigo children. Shout out to the Rainbow Warriors that know what I'm talking about here. So, Neo, you see, Neo is able to create his own world, and we are literally in the stage. We have entered the stage in which you are able to not only create your own world, but also you can manipulate this world to however you like it. Yes, it's hard work. I'm not going to deny it. But how did Neo do it? So as you could see, Neo figured out. He realized that we're really just living in a simulation. So he was adopted by his mentor, basically, and his mentor, you see, brought him under his wing, and in turn, Neo was able to be, as they say, the one that is able to shift the world, or at least help shift the world. Now, you have to understand, being in a simulation like we are, when you are out in public, everybody else, you gotta remember that, it's like everybody else, like, they could even be bots for all you know. They might not even be real people. True story, think about that. What if you were the only one that was conscious, and you, maybe a select few around this globe, had conscious, and the other one were just bots, like in a real simulation? That would be really freaky. I call that like my bot theory. I made a whole video about it. I never put it out. So, if he's able to manipulate everything, all his surroundings, you're able to do it too. We live in a very similar world, and we live in the information age, in the information age, brothers and sisters, you can obtain information. For example, manipulating the world around you. If you get sick of looking at one thing for too long, manipulate the world around you by, this is a simple one. There's plenty of other ways I can go with this, but if, like, for example, your furniture, rearranging your furniture is one of the most important things you can do, because when change is excellent, right? And if you haven't changed in at least your furniture around, you're gonna feel like, and then and think about this, I'm sure if you've done this, once you change your furniture around, your furniture, it's like a whole new world that you live in. So this is literally how you can manipulate your world that you live in. Now, right now, there's so much going on. It's almost freaky. Like I was saying in my commentary, basically, that I haven't turned television on in a long time. Okay? And I looked at the TV, I'm like, oh my goodness. It was a little confusing because, again, it's been a long time since I've been on television. So, think of a television like this. It's a brain-eating machine. That's what my fiance's mom calls it. My lover's mom calls the TV a brain-eating machine. That's what it is. It munches on your brain and gives you predictive programming. I was watching the commercials. I'm like, oh my God, they're manipulating the world around them, and this is how they are doing it. See, but they have a lot of money to do this. They do it through advertising. For example, with advertising, what do you see? They'll play the same thing over and over again until it's just like smashing you over the head. And you're like, geez, man, I can't take this anymore. And you turn off the television. But there was a ginger ale commercial, and there's this grandma. And I remember it verbatim because, first of all, I hate commercials, so I always mute it. I don't remember anything she said, but all I just remember is the same thing happening. Like, ginger ale must have paid a lot of money for this commercial. But my point being is, that's how they're able to manipulate you. We live off 94 to 96% of our brain function coming from your subconscious mind. So if your subconscious mind, think about this, works off 94 to 96 percentile of, let's say, what you're watching, what you're consuming, even what you're eating is information. You have to understand, everything is actually information. I always say, feel the plants, smell the plants. There are information in these plants. And as long as there's also information in the food you eat. So I recommend, I have not been eating as well as I used to be, and I gained a lot of weight. But it's because my body is taking it, and as I said, there's information in the food, therefore it's making it so It's retained. It's almost slowing my metabolism. My metabolism's super fast. It's gotten to the point where this is again how you can manipulate. Beep. But it says this is how you can manipulate even your weight. Start eating better. Start eating vegetables and anything that is light, because I've been eating too much heavy stuff, for example. And if you have, I'm sure family through the holidays, you probably have. This is how you can manipulate your body as well, by what you eat. So be careful what you eat. Vegetables, fruit, all that good stuff. Trade that in. Trade the vegetables and the fruit for all the meat and all that nasty stuff your body has just holding in, and it can't get rid of it, because your red meat, for example, slows down your immune system. Not just your immune system, but it just slows you down, brothers and sisters. With that said, I just want to keep this one brief. You can manipulate your world. You can manipulate your body. You just got to know how to do it. Study. It's the information age. With that said, I want to give my thanks and praise to God. My thanks and praise to everybody. Thank you very much. Also, all the people making this world a better place. With that said, may peace be with you, also with you. Thanks and praise to the universe, of course. And happy holidays. I can't believe it's almost 2021. It's been a rough year.